Now, Finding Winnie.
A lot of people don't realize that the world's most famous bear, Winnie the Pooh, was actually inspired by a real bear, and that real bear belonged to my great-grandfather, a veterinarian and soldier named Harry Coburn.
The real-life story behind Winnie the Pooh unfolds in the pages of a beautiful new children's book. Finding Winnie tells the story of a little bear rescued by a soldier and veterinarian on his way to war. That soldier was Lindsay Mattick's great-grandfather. And we welcome Lindsay back to our studio this morning. And we talked just a little while ago, but you're back again. And isn't it something? You had this idea more than 10 years ago, Lindsay, and now it's reality. How does that feel?
It feels amazing. It's been proof in my life that dreams come true, that's for sure.
So many Canadians love Winnie, but this is really personal for you. So tell us about that journey, about your great-grandfather and the family connection here.
Okay. My great-grandfather, Harry Coburn, was the Canadian and veterinarian soldier who bought a real bear cub on his way to war in 1914. He named her Winnie after Winnipeg, where he was from, and when he realized he had to go to the front lines to fight and it wouldn't be safe for a little bear, he took her to the London Zoo, and that's where she met A.A. Milne, the author, and his son Christopher Robin, who fell in love with Winnie, and he named his central character Winnie after her.
And you wrote this for your son Cole, and I want to just read this inside. The book, it says, for Cole, may this story always remind you of the impact one small, loving gesture can have. Why did you want to do this for your son, who's now 3?
He is 3. This story has honestly inspired me ever since I was a little kid, and I really felt that in naming him Cole after my great-grandfather, Harry Coburn, his full name is Coburn, I wanted him to keep this story close to him. It inspired me, and I wanted him to remember that you never know in your life when you do something out of love and you have those moments that you never know where it's going to end up. So that was the inspiration for his name, and I really wanted him to have this story as a part of who he is.
Part of who he is. You've been the keeper of the family archives for some time now, and you actually include some of them in the book. There's a couple of things right at the end of the book, including a journal entry, and this is an entry from August 24th, 1914, and it simply says, bought bear, $20.
Yes, that's probably my favorite artifact in the family archive is that diary and is that entry, because it's so rare to have a moment in time, a moment in history actually captured. And nobody could have possibly imagined that this little bear, his pet, would go on to inspire an author who would then write stories that would inspire children around the world. And we can actually see when that moment began in his diaries. And definitely, I always imagined that in a book, I wanted people to be able to access the archives, these incredible photographs and things that we had access to as a family. So many people around the world love Winnie the Pooh, and it never seemed fair that these items would just kind of, live in my spare room closet. So a big part of the book is making sure that people have access to seeing those incredible items.
And wonderful to make sure that people know the Canadian connection.
Absolutely.
Lindsay, congratulations. Finding Winnie, the true story of the world's most famous bear is the name of the book, illustrated by Sophie Blackall, we should mention too.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Finding Winnie is on our iBooks page. Please head to itunes.com/CanadaAM.